Hello, everybody. My name is CRG, just a random guy that plays games while being lame. And I wanted to talk about a game that I was gonna make a video on because I was like so excited for it. It looked so cool. It's a Souls-like that's first person, set in the wars during Napoleon. So I was very excited about that. But there was one problem. The game ran and felt like crap. That game had so much promise and so much potential and still has that and needs like so much polishing. That is Valor Mortis. To give a quick synapse of it, as I talked about it a little bit before, you are a soldier during the, let me see if I can say this right, the Napoleonic Wars. Got it. And just like most Souls likes, there's something going on with the people and they basically get transformed into monsters. So even your people cannot distinguish between friend and foe, and they have to fight you, and you have to fight back. It's pretty simplistic, but the problem is that stuff like its controls feel really bad. When it comes down to the controls, you can't customize it at all unless you're on mouse and keyboard. The problem is that the game, with all of its buttons and fancy smashiness, wants it to be on controller. It feels way better on controller. The movement and the ability to do things are better on controller, except the fact that they messed up the actual layout. When it comes down to the layout of something like this, instead of having the dodge be one of these buttons, both your attack and dodge are on the similar side. So it's on these two, which means that if you want to attack and then dodge, you have to hold your controller like this, which feels very odd. Its layout is absolute garbage, and I have had it to where multiple times it led to misinputs because I would have to go and try to slide it real quick to go and react. It's very odd because when it comes to the actual keyboard, you can customize it all day long. You can swap the buttons out, have forward be the number 7, and do whatever you want. But for controllers, which is like the main thing that it's trying to tell you that you should play it with, no, you can't do anything of that. The next thing that I really wanted to talk about is the performance. The balance of the game and the flow is actually pretty decent. There's certain ones where damage doesn't really make any sense towards you, but when it comes to the just general running of the game, it feels really bad. And this is a problem if you look at the reviews on Steam of that, hey, this demo runs like crap. You have 3 months to do this and we're like having problems. That's a big problem. Multiple times I had to go and try to readjust a bunch of stuff, change the graphics, do a whole lot of like balancing it on my own to just play the game. Keep in mind this game is not that big. The game is not trying to be hyper realistic. It does have somewhat of realism, but when it comes down to it, even things outside of the graphics, like it playing sounds, sometimes they'll just go quiet. There seems to be a lot of technical issues, and when it comes to this being the demo, that's a very bad thing because now you're basically putting your foot forward of that these small little snippets of gameplay are not even optimized. This means that when you play it and you're trying to go through the flow and trying to do all this stuff, you'll have input lag because it's actually running very slowly. It's actually running like crap. It was very disappointing because it showed a lot of promise and I wanted it to be better, but I really can't recommend it. I'm just making this video because I want this to be good and I want this to just be brought to the attention of people because it really needs to be polished so that it can be good. Right now, it seems like the game, just from the snippets that I play, is having a lot of mechanics and it doesn't have focus right now, which I think might continue forward. And I think the best thing to do is probably delay the game by 6 months or so that they have time to kind of polish and redo certain areas. As when I played it, a lot of the areas seemed kind of boring. A lot of the areas just seemed kind of whatever, along with a lot of the mechanics just being kind of tacked on over and over again. Seems like it didn't have focus, and that also seems like that focus is no longer in the game itself, leading it to run like this. I felt like I was getting 30 frames per second on a pretty powerful PC, and yet it just didn't feel that great. But hey, I wanted to succeed. I wanted to be good. On this video off right here. Thank you guys for listening to me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Tell me what you guys think though. Bye bye.